Sorry that's so blurry, guys. I'm trying to get this figured out. Give me just a second. All right, so we're going to do our second study guide for the test for tomorrow on solving systems. And remember what I said, that for my class, I don't care what method you use. So if it says graphing, you do not have to do graphing. You can do graphing, you can do the calculator, you can do elimination, you can use substitution, okay? So you do not have to use graphing here, okay? So if this were me, I would use the calculator and then I would double check by graphing, because the advantage to the calculator is that it's easy, but the disadvantage is there's no partial credit. So let's do it by the calculator first, and then we're going to double check it. So for x plus 3, because y equals is already in there, and then y equals for the second one, negative 1/2. Remember to put your fractions in parentheses, x minus 6. So then we graph that. And we can see the answer right here, so we don't have to mess with the window. And we're just going to go to second, trace to calc, and then we're going to go to the 5 because that's the intersect, and intersect means the place where they cross, and that's where the answer is. We're going to double check that this is our first curve because it has a question mark on it, so that's not the answer yet. Yes, that is the first curve, hit enter. Yes, that is the second curve, hit enter. Yes, I want you to guess, hit enter again, and it has the intersection here at -2, -5, okay? So you could, on the test, simply write calc here and be done. The disadvantage, though, is you're not going to get partial credit if you did it wrong, so you may want to check it using the graphing. So you might want to go to +3 right here, and then you want to go, this is a +4, so you're going to go up 4, forward 1. Okay, and if there's enough room, you want to do it again, but that would go off the graph, and then you want to do it opposite. So instead of up, you're going to go down, backwards 1, and you're going to do it again, because this is a forward 1, so you're going to do backwards. And you're going to do it as many times as you can. It's important that you do as many dots as possible on the first line, because you don't know where the lines are going to intersect, and that's going to make your line a little bit more accurate. So our second line, I'm going to start at -6. And this is a negative, so that means down 1, forward 2. Down 1, forward 2. And I can see right now I could do that multiple times and it's not going to intersect. So after I do 1, I'm going to go up 1 and backwards 2. And I found our intersection. So even though I could keep going, there's no point because I've already found the intersection. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the line. Okay. So right here, this is my answer, and these right here are my x answers. So I'm going to go up to that, and it's -2. So x equals -2. And these right here are my y answers. So I'm going to go over that, and that's -5. So y equals -5. And I have just verified that I did the calculator correctly. So it's really good on one of these really easy ones to verify you're doing the calculator correctly, because then maybe once you've verified, you can feel a little more confident with yourself, and maybe you won't need to verify every last one. Okay, let's try number 2. So y equals, you're going to clear this out, okay, and you're going to put in this new information. So 1 divided by 2, parentheses x plus 7, and then the other one, 5 divided by 2, parentheses x plus 3. So we're just taking what's here and putting it in the y equals. The y equals button is right here on the calculator. All right, and then we're going to go to graph. And we're just going to make sure we can see the answer on the graph. And we can, so we do not have to mess with the window because we see the answer right there. So we're going to go to second calc. We want the intersection. The first curve, you're going to double check you typed it right. Enter. Did I type that second one right? Enter. Yes, I want you to guess. The intersection is 2, 8. Okay? So you could take the time to go ahead and verify this graphing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but you don't have to on the test. You could just simply write calc here and be done. Okay, but it's either right or wrong if you do it that way. There's no partial credit. So here I'm going to go to positive 7 because I want to check. This is a positive, so I'm going to go up 1, forward 2. And this is my first line, so I'm going to do it as many times as I can. Okay, and now I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to go down 1, backwards 2, and I'm going to do that as many times as I can. So now my second line here, I'm going to start at positive 3. And this is positive, so I'm going to go up 5, forward 2. And I've already found my answer, so I don't need to do any more. Because the place where they cross is the answer for a system of equation. So once again, these are my x values, so I'm going to go down to my x, which is x equals 2. And these right here are all my possible y values, so I'm going to go over to my y, which is 8. So y equals 8, and I've just verified that I did do it correctly on the calculator.